guys, welcome to the channel, and this is another Building Newcrest. If you haven't seen the other ones, you can check out the playlist. I'll link that down below. And I've also finished Magnolia Promenade, and that'll be down below as well. But today we are building a little tiny starter, and I haven't done a starter home in a long time, and I really tried my best to keep it under 20,000 simoleons to be a little more budget friendly. So the idea for this little house was either it's kind of like student housing, like state funded student housing, or it's a nice little home for maybe a young adult that's just finished university that they're renting with a roommate, which is kind of what was my idea when I was furnishing it. I thought maybe two young adult women lived here and were roommates, so that's kind of how I furnished their rooms. But it is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, so I think it's a pretty good sized starter house. And like I said, it's under 28,000. So it should be pretty affordable too. And especially if you have 2 people, or maybe you could have like a small family, like 2 parents and 1 child or something. I think that would work too. My idea for the residential district is basically to have 2 starter homes, and then I want to do a fraternity and a sorority since it is a college town. And then above the grocery store is apartments. So that can be residential as well. But I want to wait on the sorority and fraternity builds because I really, really want to use some of the new items from the cats and dogs pack on those, because I think some of those items would look really nice on a building like that. So I chose to start on the starter homes for now. But yeah, I think it turned out really cute. It's a very livable space, and I tried to use all of the cheaper type furniture, definitely the cheapest appliances ever, so those will have to be upgraded at some point, I think, because yeah. Also, an update on me and the channel. I apologize for not having a ton of videos out the week of Halloween. I was really busy with Simblorine and my spooky builds that I was doing on Saturdays, and I don't know if you guys know or not, or if I've mentioned, but I've been going through some health issues. Nothing like scary or crazy or anything, but I do have some pain here and there, and it's hard to build and sit here for a long time or long periods of time. So that's kind of what I've been going through lately. So please be patient with me. I want to try and get as much as I can out in the coming weeks. And of course, with pets coming out, I am planning on doing something really special for that, not only in, builds wise, but also I want to do a let's play for the channel starring my goth family's Bella, well, not her, but her sister Anna. I'd love to put Anna in Brindle Bay and have her join the veterinarian career and kind of just explore pets and the veterinarian career and see what that's all about. I'm so excited for the new pack. Like, I can't even explain. I mean, it's not just about pets, it's not just about cats and dogs. It's just all the features that they're adding for building that's going to make things so much easier, like the new roofs and the size down tool. And there was a few items that they're adding build-wise that we really needed that I'm just so excited about. And of course, adorable pets. But yeah, I can't wait. So anyway, back to the build. This house is very, very simple. I imagine that if it is state-funded housing for students, like if, it's their first home or if they're just renting or something, everything's pretty standard. Some things are kind of run down, maybe need to be repaired. And of course, as a college student or a young adult that just finished college, you don't have a lot of money to spare for decor or, nice house stuff. So everything is, pretty simple and basic and nothing too flashy. But I did want their rooms to have a little bit of a personality, because I feel like, as a young adult, you always want to have your room be kind of like your own personal space that reflects you, even if you don't have that in the rest of your living spaces, which I've kind of done in my own life, like in real life. I kind of have my space, like my desk area, reflect me, but everywhere in the house it's kind of like, I don't know, thrown together, and I don't really have a whole lot of stuff that kind of reflects my style or what I would like it to look like. So I was trying to keep that in mind when doing this little house, and I will most likely do the same thing with the second starter house right next to it. So the second person, the other roommate, I kind of thought of them as maybe like they like retro or like, I don't know, vintage stuff. So I tried to reflect that as best I could with cheaper objects. But I ended up really liking this room. I did change the bed to something a little more neutral, which I liked. It seemed more grown up in a way. The first person in the room next to it, I imagine them being like into more minimal type things. So a lot of what's in there is pretty neutral, except for a few pops of blue here and there. But yeah, like something you would find at Target, I guess, is what their decor is. But I was really surprised that I kind of fit in everything that I needed or wanted, really, with the budget in mind. And it turned out pretty good, and I was pretty happy with it. I mean, the focus was, of course, on their bedrooms, because, like I said before, that's kind of how it is in real life. You always focus on your bedroom first, especially if you're just moving from an apartment into a house, or into like from a smaller apartment to a larger apartment. A lot of times the only things you have to fill a space is your bedroom. So yeah, and then I kind of thought that I wanted to use that old sofa from City Living, but I thought maybe using these base game, they just added these recently, but I thought they might look really nice in the living room. Like maybe they're IKEA furniture, And a pro tip for you guys, if you're trying to save money but you want a bigger TV, just use the smaller TV and size it up, and then you have a bigger TV for less. And I really loved using these Parenthood like half curtain windows. They're really cute in the kitchen, I think. And I also used one in the bathroom, I believe. I don't have a dining room or a dining table. I figured it would probably be okay just to have a bar with bar stools, because that's actually what I had for a really long time. I just recently got a dining table, because before that I either sat at the bar on a bar stool, or I sat on the couch or at my desk. So I don't know. I'm just really grateful for a dining table now. But yeah, so I'm just adding some landscaping, and I realized I was running out of money. I really wanted to add landscaping outside, so I just switched out some of the lights and took out some of the curtains in the bedrooms, and that seemed to do the trick. And also the shower from Parenthood is cheaper than the one that's from Base Game, which I find interesting. I hope you enjoyed this build. It is on the gallery to download if you'd like it, and I cannot wait for next week. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.